These sounds are insane. Shout out to Beat Surfing. This is Marcus the Fingaz. I haven't even did the intro yet. Back with another episode of the Syncrets to Success podcast. This is a podcast where I talk about plugins, resources that I offer, resources that I use to make music for sync licensing and movie trailer music. And this is a review of the Beat Surfing trifecta of plugins that are random metal, and Lunchtable. Before we get into it, be sure to check out the links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. You will find some links to check out the Beat Surfing plugins, which are currently on sale at the time of this recording on the Plugin Boutique site. So you will see some links in the description, and some of those links will be affiliate links that will help to continue to provide for me so that I can provide these videos for you. And shout out also to the Plugin Boutique team for sending these plugins my way, and the Beat Surfing team for allowing them to send this my way to review for you at no charge. So we're going to dive in. Also check out the sponsored of this podcast. The sponsor of this podcast is ASTS. They provide some other great plugins and resources for us to use as music creators. So I'm going to start with Lunchtable here. I'm going to review 3 plugins, just go over some of the sounds that are involved that are provided by the Beat Surfing team. I've been trying to get my hands on these since I found out about Lunchtable, maybe a while ago, maybe over a year ago, and finally got my hands on it. I literally just downloaded it like 20 minutes ago. And as soon as I was downloading them, I was going through the sounds, and yeah, it's just insane how you can use these. So first, some of the sounds you heard, like taking you back to those Lunchtable type days back in like middle school, high school. Those sounds are insane. And there's different kits. So if I go here, that was a Lunchtable kit. If I go to the more percussion kit, I'll hit confirm. This giving me some new like life into the drums and percussion. And the great thing is that all of these kits also come with pre-made loops. You have a bunch of loops. I'm going to play one of the loops here. Another loop. Another one. Let's give me that bounce pause. That's insane. You see some of the settings here that you have. You can see the different grooves here, different pads. Then you also see the pitch. So if I change this, let's go down 4. Go back to the normal there. We can also do the volume or the gain. It's at 5 dB. I can go to 12. It's going to be loud. Let's take it down. So you can adjust it there. I'm going to go back to 5-ish. But then you also have more controls. You have the pads here also. So you can use a NPC. I'm using my keyboard actually to trigger these different pads. But let's say if you want to choose a pad, then you have this more option that shows more settings that you can adjust per pad. So this pad, maybe I don't want it to be a kick. I can change it to anything else. And I can also randomize the volume of it. I can also change a different bank sample set. I can add it to a choke group, which I won't get too much into that, but choke groups are great if you want it to cut off when you play another pad, and you can assign those to the same choke group. You have different force, start, and sensitivity. Then the pitch, you can do even more fine tuning with the fine tune and drift. You can adjust the output, the pan, the sensitivity, and the gain. You have some dynamic controls here for the close and room mics. You also have some EQ controls, so I can do frequency, EQ, gain, 2 EQs, and some output levels. So if I play, sounds like there's 2 layers on this kick. Sounds like that was a low layer, and this one, the room layer. So you do have the close in the room. As opposed to this output, which is the force of the volume of the sound itself. So you have like the close mic, room mic, and then you have the volume layers. So if I choose another one, if I go to the snare, same settings there, except for this time you have extra, which includes an envelope, some noise layers, and the output for the extra. So you hear like a little shaker in there. Go to the metal, just close some room. I'll play some of these extra there. So that's just a quick overview of this plugin. I'm going to play a couple more of the kits here to get you more of an idea of what's included, and then I'll go to the next plugin. So I'm going to mute the mic and just play through some presets here. And I just realized my face is covering the lower half of the plugin. Sorry about that. We'll move it over there. There we go. I'm gonna have to turn it down because it's like blowing the speakers away. Let me turn this down a little bit. We'll turn it down here. I'll turn it down here. And hold on, we gotta see what my wife is saying. She sent a message. Might be too low. But they're really hitting hard, boss. I'll do one more kit and then we'll go to the next plugin. Let's do hot sauce. Yeah, and I triggered some of those. There are some loops, and you see the grooves over here. You can also drag your MIDI clips and things over if you want. So there's a lot in there. I can't dive in too deep, but definitely check out some of the other reviews of this plugin. You see some presets here as well that I didn't even get into because we got to get to the other plugins. So let's go to random, which is also from BEATSURFIng. I'm going to bring that over here so you can see what's happening here. Actually, can I make this? Ooh, okay, so I'll resize it. I think we'll go there. I can move it up. We'll go to the top corner. And we'll go there. Okay, I'm going to play this out the box. That was loud. Cover your ears. So giving me some unique like synth elements. We have deviance up here. Let's turn this down, see what this does. We have instability. We have this little spinning dial thing here. I didn't read the manual, which I probably should have did, but I just like finding sounds and getting inspired. So I'm already hearing, I'm going to do another Spanish project, and I'm going to use some of these sounds on it. We also have some presets here, factory presets, 808 bass, kick, lead, perk. So there's some drum sounds. Let me go to some of these 808 presets. That's dope. Go down. That's pretty dope. I'm not going to play through all the 808s. Let's go through some of the bass sounds. And that's just me playing random notes. It's not a arpeggiator or anything. Give me like some club vibes. Go over the settings. You have an envelope here. I can adjust the attack, sustain, release, retriggering here. We have a stress thing, which let's see what that does. It's giving me some like harmonics, some low layers in there. We have a glide. Not hearing much there. I think it's going to be more for a sound that sustains longer. So if I were to change the envelope here, we have spike. That's giving me like distortion. Let's see what happens if I. Oh, it tells you. I should look at the bottom. It tells you what the plugins are doing in this little window. Can you see this window here? Yeah. So right here it says spike will add warmness versus harshness. So warmness to the left, harshness to the right. Color will give us harmonic color. I like that. Give me some distortion as well. This is presence. So So you can get really customizable with the sound design. So stress is telling me stress is amp decay and trig mode. So I have trig on, modulation decay and ADSR. Okay. And then glide will say the glide mix here, the glide rise, glide fall. Okay. And then at the bottom we have bleed, resonator's amount. Also gives a pseudo chorusy effect. And then we have fluid. These sounds are insane. Then we have sensitivity and gain. So basically like your volume. Let's go through some more presets. I'm going to go through defaults, which then I'm going to do some kicks. Let's just do kick 1, kick 2, which also has a tone in there. We'll do some of the leads here. We'll do lead 3. It's also giving me some the low energy there. Then we have lead 4. Then we'll go through some of the perks. We'll do perk 2. When I use the modulation wheel, adjust the presence here. You could probably automate. Let me do a right click. So you can automate, learn your control mapping for MIDI, control change for any of those. Oh, what I didn't do is I can use the actual XY pad here to adjust some of those layers. So you see when I move this pad, I also am also adjusting the bleed, the fluid, and the stress. So, and you see the middle here animate based on what I'm playing and where this thing is. That's kind of cool. So we'll go to one more perk. Some more presets in the pluck. This would be dope for like some EDM industrial style. Let's see if you adjust some of those parameters. Let's do another pluck here. We'll do pluck 10. Just the XY pad there. We'll do some of the snares. Snare 3. Let's give me like a tonal snare. We'll do snare 6. If I want some of the snare, the actual percussion sounds, I will go back to the Lunchtable that I showed earlier. But then we also have the matter over here. So if I go to cork height, it adds a different type of matter with these different elements. So let's go through some of these. Neptilium. I think that's the one we had originally with the preset. Valerian. Give me more of a bell type sound. Plasmalith. Give me that synth. That's crazy. Then we have Supermatter, which I don't know what this is going to do. Give me like a noise layer. Then we'll go to Supermatter 5. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have fun with this one. There's probably way much more that I'm forgetting, but we got to get to the next one. But shout out to BEATSURFIng and Faz, XFaz. But shout out to them. You can check out the credits and stuff there. You can also adjust some other settings as far as like pitch bend and control. If you want to even see the crosshair in the middle, you see that went away. But if I want to have that in the middle, I can use that. I can also adjust the scale of the UI, or I can drag it out down here, which you saw me do earlier. That is random. Next, we will have, and finally, we will have random metal, which is, I'm going to assume it's a similar setup, except it's going to focus on more of the percussive sounds, metallic sounds. So I'm going to make this a little, there we go. I'm going to play the default. Okay, that sounds dope. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any loops, but that's dope. All right, let's adjust some of these settings. So if I hit random, it's adjusting sort of that sound. Go back here to defense. So then we also have bleed, which if you look again at this window down here to tell you what bleed does, bleed is the global bleed. Right click to open the menu. So if I right click map bleed to CC, I can do the mapping there. Then we have pitch. This is global pitch. Shift click to fine tune. So if I play this one note and I adjust it down an octave or up, or actually 2 octaves. Then we have bendiness, which is the pitch bend sensitivity, which if I use the pitch bend wheel, which I was using there. Then we have stretch, global stretch. And then we have gain, which will be your volume. And velocity sensitivity. Then we have the pads over here, so we could do. So if I'm doing key tracking here, but I'm using a keyboard. So if you have like a MIDI pad, you might want to do your key tracking with the pad layer here. But if I'm using a keyboard, I can now spread it across the keyboard. And it'll play those notes. And then we have another randomized parameter, which is very similar to this one up here. This is parameters, and this is just randomized. So we'll do parameters. Some sounds. I'm gonna go through some of the presets here. Let me do perk critium. So we have, let's see, we have hat, cymbals. Let's go through hats first. Hats, drum at the right. So I'm getting some like 808 type sounds and hats in there. Let's go to hats, next site. Definitely giving me some like 808 type vibes. We'll do one more of the hats. Volcanium. And again, we can randomize these parameters. Oh, yeah, that's one. Then after hats, I'm going to go to cymbals. There you have a couple of those. We'll do cymbal Astralon. Randomize some parameters, because that's probably how I'm going to use it. Actually, I was using it more like a hi-hat, not a cymbal. Here's some more hats. Kind of dope. All right, let's get out of this simple stuff. We're going to unselect that. Let's go to shakers. We have 3 of these, so I'm going to play one of them. Randomized. The graphics in the middle are insane. Didn't do the advanced knob, so we have even more options. If I click advanced, we have impact decay. So let's turn up the decay. Have a curve, pitch, shift, type. I don't know what type means. Then we have color. And color down here with loudness. Give me some like room reverb. Then we have a pan, left, right, stereo, and then a gain. That's kind of cool. Let's do, I won't do another shaker. We're going to go through perk. We played some of those earlier. I'll just play 2 of these. Radiant. one more strat night. I do the key. Kind of cool. All right, next. Where am I? So we do the next presets, perk, clap. Again, I can also move the layer here to adjust some parameters. Crosshairs. One more clap. So I can do some like shaping on. Some shaping on the clap sounds. Pause. Drums. Did we have drum? Ooh, now this one with that Lunchtable, insane. These drums are gonna go insane. That's excellent. I'll do one more of these. You gotta buy the rest to hear the rest. What I like is that each hit is a different tone. The drum kits because you gotta buy it to get the rest. Bell. Let's go to Perk Crithian. Do some randomization stuff. You just have fun with that. Let's play one more of these. Ooh, okay. You know what? Let's do. Is that all of them? That's all of them. I'm gonna try to create an idea with these three plugins from BEATSURFIng, and we'll see what my tempo is. Like a 4-bar loop. 1, 2. That's kind of slow. We're gonna speed it up. 140. 1, 2, 3, and even faster than that. 150. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to random. See if we can make it make sense. What do we got here? We have 808. That's too loud. Not bad. What's something a little? Gotta find the key. Let's go with that. But I want to adjust the envelope on this one. And let me see how it sounds an octave lower. All right, let's bring in the Lunchtable for the percussion. Let's bring in a forget that I didn't go over like that. Okay. And they have loops, but I can also program a drum if I want. That's me if I program it, but then this will be some of the loops here. I'll play through some of the loops. But I'm gonna record. I forgot what I'm playing. I'm gonna record a loop. Not a loop. I'm recording me programming a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta get it to line up with the hits. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some hats from Random Metal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to random. There was some leads. Or maybe some. That's crazy. See what else. I mean, that I could let that run for like a couple minutes. I forgot what Super Matter was. Give you some Stranger Things type vibes. Realize this is like way too loud for the feed. Turn it down. It's too hot, literally. It's just Logic stock piano. If I just add something to it. the Logic stock plugin called Alchemy. Now that I'm like in cookup mode, I'm working with the artist who wants like some pop type tracks. So I'm gonna actually finish this and let it be hers. See, I want like a maybe like a percussion, but not like a kick. Maybe that. Let me go back to the metal one. Like a tom. We're gonna go here to drum. Kick, snare. Could be like a snare, but it's more like a go to another snare. We go to perk. Something maybe in here. Let's go through the perks really quick. 1, 2, might be overdoing it. Find a string. Go like a lead. Maybe let's go. Let's see what these. I don't really use the strings. These strings. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna use these strings. I'm gonna go to pizzicato. One of these. Logic stock presets. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to change this bass part second time around. All right, man, I gotta finish this idea because now I'm in the zone. But this is gonna be a track I sent to that artist to see if they want to use it. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, shout out to Beat Surfing and Plugin Boutique. Check out the links in the description to learn about or to purchase. They are currently on sale as well. But to purchase Lunchtable, again, I'm gonna play what I did with that here on this beat. And then with random as well, I did, I think, two things. One thing. That's my 808. But they have a bunch more sounds in there: bass, kick, lead, percussion, pluck, snare, super matter, sound effects. Then I just use pedal on a lot of stuff. This is one of them. I also use it as a hi-hat. I should label these metal hi-hats. We'll call this perk 808. Then the next one was lead. And I'll call this ARP. And this is a tom. I'll call this fill, drum fill, or fill. There's some stuff happening sound wise on here that, do I like it? I don't know. Let's figure out where it's coming from. Yeah, it was that bleed that I turned that down a little bit. Then I just threw in a couple of my timpani rolls, cymbal roll, and then I added the piano, I added the pads, and then I added a pizzicato string ensemble. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more reviews. There's a lot of deals happening. Again, check out the links in the description for the deals. Random Metal, and Lunchtable are currently on sale at Plugin Boutique, so definitely check those out. You get your free plugin of the month, or actually, there's a bunch of freebies. So check those out, and I will see you in the next video. Be safe.